So. Hallo auch auf YouTube. Hallo auch auf YouTube. Willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von. Ihr seht schon, Elysium. Wir waren ja letztens stehen geblieben in einem Hinterhof oder sowas. Mit verlassenen Läden und so. Und hatten eine Eismaschine gefunden. Und ich würde mal sagen, wir laden den letzten. Den ignorieren wir denn mal, weil ich habe da nur reingeschaut. Genau, wir nehmen mal den hier. Genau, wir sind jetzt hier. Ich drehe mal ein bisschen. Jetzt habe ich ein bisschen besser. Bisschen lauter und wir haben noch keine. Wir haben eine Taschenlampe. Wir haben ja da leider. Konstitution. Das spielt jetzt, glaube ich, nichts.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Ab auf Twitch. Glocke abonnieren. Ja, vergesst nicht zu abonnieren. Würde mich was freuen und wenn ihr mal auf Twitch vorbeikommen könntet. Montags und freitags bin ich immer wieder da. Und abends 17 Uhr. Und wenn dort ausfallen sollte, könnt ihr gerne auf meins folgen. Da gibt es nämlich die Ankündigung.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Ja, es lohnt und es lohnt. Der Vogel ist klasse. Ja, das kann ich zustimmen. Ja, ich bin klasse oder auch nicht. Okay, Brechstange. Die nicht genug ist. Ich glaube, wir machen mal hier die Taschenschlampe an. Was? Und er überließ sich fasziniert. Er überließ sich. Ich verlese mich immer, ja. Das mache ich gern. Okay, das kriegt man nicht auf. Hallo?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Ja, da waren wir ja schon. Hobby! Hallo! Sich auch ein verlesener Verleser. Verlesen wir uns den Verleser des ungelesenen Lesers. Was? Oh, der Bär ist zu.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Nee, ein verlesener Überleser.
A friendly cartoon bear.
Nix.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Moment. Speichern.
A thick layer of coal dust covers. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
Help.
You've awakened the entity.
Hier ist die Polizei. Wer ist da? Ich rufe den Geist. Ja, bin ich auch gerade. Nee, hallo, sind Sie
Let's
da?
have a drink.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs.
Okay. Okay, alles klar.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Oha.
After you, officer.
Okay. Dann gehen wir wieder hoch. Anscheinend hat uns wer... Au. Au. Ja. Das war hier. Oh. Dieser Sortierkasten ist voller Würfel. Es sind farbenfrohe Würfel mit vielen Seiten. Hunderte von ihnen. Der Süßigkeitenautomat wurde zum Würfelspender umfunktioniert und enthält nun Tausende von ihnen. Okay, hi.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Hallo, Nea. Die Würfelmacherin. Eine vogelartige Frau sitzt auf einem Thron aus Werkzeugen. Smaragdgrünes Licht dringt durch ihr Haar. Okay. 120 Seiten? Vielleicht.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
Sie tippt gegen ihre Kopfhörer.
Oh!
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Eigentlich gar nicht. But hey. It's only me.
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
Okay.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Warte, was meint sie mit Milieus?
Yes, a Melia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
Hey.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages.
Mhm.
But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Ah. Warum fragen Sie mich nach Würfeln?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Shadowrun?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Nice. Dritte Ebene durchbrochen. Klar, ich mag Rollenspiele und benötige ein paar Würfel.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual.
So viel habe ich nicht. Hier brauche ich noch fürs Hotel.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
Ja.
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Wie sind Sie zur Würfelmacherin geworden?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Nice. Spielen Sie selbst Rollenspiele?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Hier würde ich auch meine kaufen wollen. 3x20er wären nett.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Stimmt allerdings auch.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Glaube ich. Wisst ihr was über den Mann, der hinter dem Whirling in Rags gelyncht wurde?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
Hey, es kann sein, dass ich die Kopfhörer auf hatte.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Sie haben während der Arbeit nie einen Blick aus dem Fenster geworfen?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Verstehe.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
True.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Verständlich. Arbeiten Sie oft Sonntag nachts?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Meinst du mit täglich Unruhe?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
Sie hält inne und versucht ein Beispiel zu finden.
During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
Ein Streik in der Nähe.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
Sie.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Sie hat gehört, aber nicht gesehen.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, wo sind wir überhaupt? Was ist das hier?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Sie wirft einen Blick auf die rötlichen Ziegel, aus denen die Mauern bestehen. Obwohl sie neu gestrichen wurden, ist hier und da ein schwarzer Ruß zu sehen. Oh.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Oh.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Okay.
Creative.
Der Lieutenant sieht sich in dem großzügigen Raum um, dessen Decke sich in den Schatten verliert.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Gehört, dass ein Fluch diesen Ort lassen soll. Auf diesen Ort lassen soll. Wusste sie, dass die Leute das Gebäude den verfluchten Gewerbeblock nennen?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance hat mich geschickt. Sie ist davon überzeugt, dass es in diesem Gebäude von bösen Energien wimmelt.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Ich weiß nicht, warum der Buch... Ich weiß nicht, warum der... Nicht, dass es andere war. Ich weiß nicht, warum der Buchladen noch nicht pleite ist. Ich bin hier, um der Sache auf die Grund zu gehen.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in Rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Auf dem Handy kann man dem Game leider kaum folgen, kaum zu lesen. Und Englisch ist nicht meins. Schade. Ja, die Texte sind halt in Deutsch. Aber halt die Sprachausgabe ist Englisch. Okay. Weil wir wegen die hier, nicht wegen den Game. Aber ich kann es durchaus bisher, also von den Stunden, die ich bisher bespielt habe, durchaus empfehlen, wer auf Rollenspiele mit dialoglastigen, dialoglastigen Gameplay zu tun mag, sozusagen. Moment, das Wording ist Teil des verfluchten Gewerbeblocks?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project.
Was? Das nicht wieder was von das schwarze Auge? War es nicht so? Ich glaube ja, aber ohne halt die Kämpfe hier. Also ohne richtige Kämpfe, sondern mehr auf Dialog, beziehungsweise ich glaube, das ist eher zu vergleichen mit Planescape Tournament. Obwohl das hatte Kämpfe. Nein, dem Wording geht's wirtschaftlich ebenfalls nicht gut. Gerade erst die Kellnerin abgehauen und die Gäste haben Schwierigkeiten, ihre Rechnung zu bezahlen.
And then there is me.
Sie seufzt und wirft einen Blick auf ihren chaotischen Arbeitstisch. Darauf liegen alle möglichen Werkzeuge verstreut. Von Messern über Schnitzpfeilen bis hin zu Seitenschneidern. Seitenschneider kann ich auch.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Ich gebe gerne zu, dass es rund um diesen sogenannten Fluch zahlreiche Ungereimtheiten gibt.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Ich weiß nicht.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Was will man denn schön? Ach, wir können ja das Voting-Ding probieren, ausprobieren mal. Okay, ist ein anderer Publisher. Aber es ist halt sehr stark an Pen and Paper angelehnt, ja. Mit Paper. Ich will mal kurz gucken, was passiert, wenn ich das mache. Ah! Code for Dialog. Eine satte Atmosphäre. Ja, das auf jeden Fall. Das ist auf jeden Fall. Oh, das ist aber schnell weggegangen. Kann ich nochmal machen? Stimmt, kann ich nochmal machen. Ich glaube, ich kann das nicht einstellen, wie viele Sekunden oder sowas. Oh. Die Welle ist voller Rätsel, das stimmt ja.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises in sight.
Oh. Wieder kann auch ein bisschen geheimnisvoll sein. Seine Art.
Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
Sie wenden sich wieder ihre Arbeit zu.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Wissen Sie, was aus den Mietern geworden ist? Außer Ihnen sind alle verschwunden.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Eigentlich nicht, nee.
Oh, Quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Hier gab es mal einen Friseursalon, oder?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Uh.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Ja, das stimmt.
It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
Ja, das stimmt, ja. Okay, aufgrund von Arbeit auf Arbeit, Surprise, muss ich wieder los. Mit dem Dirk. Alles klar, Halle. Dann danke, dass du kurz reingeschaut hast und wirklich auf der Arbeit. Was ist denn falsch an ein bisschen Experimentierfreudigkeit? Die Kunden hätten einfach nicht so engständig sein dürfen.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
Ja, true. Was ist aus dem Fitnessstudio geworden?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Okay. Der war Artemitep.
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Vielleicht wäre genau das, was Kuno braucht. Ein Boxclub mit Kameradschaft und Zusammenhalt.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Er ist ein kleiner, missratener Rotschopf, der Spaß daran hat, Leichen zu schänden.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
Sie blickt aus dem Fenster. Momentan ist dort seltsam still.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
True. Und hat dieses Sozialprojekt funktioniert?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Ja, scheiße.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Was hat es sich mit den kaputten Fenstern auf sich?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
Sehr viel.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
Tatsächlich hat eine Bande, die Snuff-Milieus produzierte, das Unternehmen als Deckmantel für ihre Aktivitäten gegründet werden. Ja, lol.
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Das vordere würde ich weglassen, aber das, was...
It's a sub-rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
So ähnlich wie der sogenannte Red Room. So über Funk bzw. Audio.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Ja, scheint so, ja.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Okay.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Hat hier früher jemand Tiere ausgestopft? Ich habe Halterungen rumliegen sehen.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Hm.
Anything else?
Moment. Gott. Ich bin auf gruselige Schaufensterpuppen gestoßen.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Insektenrechtler? Was zum...
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Okay. I see. Ich muss gerade mal ein bisschen rein polieren. Zack, zack, zack. Patch. Da geht's.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Hm.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Naja, Chitin. Kommt daran, wie wir das rauskriegen. Aus lebenden Insekten oder toten eher. Wenn die schon weg sind, dann ist es ja okay, aber so. Ja, eigentlich schon. Ich bin froh, dass sich jemand für die kleine Kirche eingesetzt hat. Ich mag Insekten.
Really? Anyway.
Sie blickt zur Fensterbank, auf der eine tote Fliege mit zusammenrollten Beinchen auf dem Rücken liegt. Ups.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Was hat es sich mit den Rotorblättern und den Scheren auf sich?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Sie stützt das Kinn auf ihre Hand ab und lächelt schelmisch. Ach, der ist mit dem Geld abgehauen. Okay. Nice.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Es ist illegal, auf diese Weise mit Filmgeld aus dem Staub zu machen. Du bist ja nicht festgenommen worden.
Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around.
They were just the props. Why return them?
Hm.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Ah, ist zu lange. Ach so, wegen unserer Geschicklichkeit, dass die für den Arsch ist. Ja, okay. Ich habe ein seltsames Gerät entdeckt.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Wie sehe ich die Augen und ein Fetzen deiner Erinnerungen erhält ihr Gesicht.
She liked them.
Ah, und für die hast du wahrscheinlich die Würfel gemacht.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Okay. Weißt du bitte liberal, was ist da passiert?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
Ah, was ist denn schiefgegangen?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
Sie blickt zum Gang, als könne sie hinter ihren Rollladen noch immer ihr Geplauder während einer Raucherpause hören.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Mit einer Vision. Oder wie war das?
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Meinem ersten Eindruck nach war es tatsächlich ein ziemlich beeindruckendes Projekt. Beeindruckend würde ich sagen, eher ambitioniert.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
Hm,
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
ja. Okay. Ups. Da geht der Stuhl, der Dings kurz hoch. Upsi. Ah. Jetzt nicht mehr anstrengen müssen. Ich weiß, ob das anstrengend reicht. Wirklich schade. Ich hätte sie unterstützt. Das Projekt sah großartig aus.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
Sie wirft 2 Würfel auf den Tisch. Einer von ihnen kommt nahe an der Kante des metallenen Tisches zum Liegen.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Das wäre sowas ein Fail gewesen. Kritiker Fehlschlag. Aua.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Oh.
Anything else?
Im Keller steht ein furchterregender, ausgestopfter Bär.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
Sie lächelt und beugt sich vor, die Hände auf die Knie gestützt, wie eine Stand-up-Komikerin, die zum Erzählen eine Geschichte ansetzt.
The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Okay.
Indeed, what were the other ideas?
Okay, was waren die anderen Ideen?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Wie bitte? 20 Cent?
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Okay.
Sounds like she really doesn't know how to be a female ally.
Ah.
Fritte does the same thing.
Hm. Ja, ich kenne ein Mädchen, das auf diese Beschreibung perfekt zutrifft. Arbeitet bei Fritte als Kassiererin und ist nicht besonders freundlich.
Employing Soki teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravachol ICT.
Hm.
And they already had the bear.
Was war mit dem Bären?
The bear.
Wiederholt sie und presst ihren Daumen gegen die Schläfe, als wollte sie Kopfschmerzen unterdrücken. Nummer war kein Erfolg.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Nice.
Eventually, Ravachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents apiece, out of regular fridges.
Ja, lol. Der Markt leistet ganze Arbeit. Hm.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing his job, I mean.
Okay, bin da. Wer noch? Hi. Hi, Kio. Willkommen zurück. Willkommen zu Hause. Oder? Hm? Wieso?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian.
Harry, what the
Sounds cool.
f-
Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Even the taxidermist?
Ja, gerade heimgekommen. War noch in Edeka. Was holen für die Tage, aber klitschnass dafür nun. Ah, scheiß Regen. Ey, ich hab's gewusst, hätte ich dir einen Regenschirm mitgegeben. Damit. Aber freut mich, dass du wieder daheim bist. Was ist ein Visionstier?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life
Okay.
by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Ich nehme keine Drogen.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
Ja, stimmt allerdings auch wieder.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Hatte doch einen, aber der ist kaputt gegangen. Ich hätte trotzdem einen gegeben als Ersatz, verdammte Kacke. Muss mir nur mal einen neuen holen. Oh. Fast scheint es sie zu betrüben, dass die Erzählung zu Ende ist. Etwas Staub wirbelt durch die nachmittäglichen Sonnenstrahlen. Augen voll in Träge. Hallo Ice Baron. Na?
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
Ich habe die Sprechanlage des Gebäudes gefunden, aber sie funktioniert nicht.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
Aber das probiert oder nicht?
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
Damn.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Na, oh, leider hat es nicht geklappt. Baron. Na, wie geht es dir? Als ich versucht habe, bei einer Firma namens 70 im SCA zu klingeln, ist etwas Seltsames passiert. Jetzt hat sich jemand gemeldet.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
Ganz gut wieder. Und dir? Ja, mir geht's ganz gut. Auch soweit ganz gut. Hat ein lustiges Wochenende hinter mir. Und ich streame seit ein paar Wochen wieder. Und bin auch wieder da. Hi. Huh.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe
Oh.
it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
Jetzt hat nur wieder sturmfreie Bude. Ja. Ich bin wieder. Nein. E5 war pünktlich in Fulda, wollte. Event in Butzbach nicht. Wollte Event in Butzbach nicht wiederholen. Somit direkt rein. Er kam 1-2 Minuten Hanau zu spät an, hat aber gereicht. Hast du auf dem Bild gesehen, hat noch 2 Minuten für den Bus im Bussteig. Ja, das war aber sehr knapp. Ja, ich weiß. Hast du es geschafft mit nur zweimal Stream in der Woche? Also bisher schon. Bisher klappt gar nicht ganz gut. Auch wenn ich gern mehr machen würde, aber da laufe ich die Gefahr, wieder mich einzuigeln. Das will ich ja verhindern. Er hat gesagt, die sei von Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
Oh. Dauert einen Augenblick, ehe sie den Namen zuordnen kann. Am besten direkt heiße Duschen nehmen. Ja, das wäre für Q, glaube ich, nicht schlecht. Es sei denn.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago.
What?
Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
Ich habe keine Ahnung.
No, it was something else. It was eerie. It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or
Ja.
whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Es könnte eine Art seltener elektrische Anomalie sein. Anomalien.
A prank is more likely, no? Ugh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Auf einer der Klingschilder habe ich den Namen East Delta Flipperhalle gesehen.
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
Trick Track. Ist das nicht ein bisschen Richtung TikTok?
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Impulse Worst. Na gut. Auf Autowarten war ich nie so wirklich dran. Da ich mich raus.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Ich habe mich gefragt, ob das Whirling in Rags zum selben Gebäudekomplex gehört.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
Okay.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Also ist die Klingel mit dem unbeschrifteten Namensschild Ihre?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Okay. Ich habe noch ein paar Fragen zum Gebäude.
Sure, I'm listening.
Ich hätte übrigens noch eine andere Frage.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Schau der. Es ist eine weiße Würfelprobe, also kann ich die wiederholen. Let's go.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Du beginnst dich auszuziehen. Du musst auf Tuchfühlung gehen. Nein.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
Okay, ich möchte einen Würfel bei Ihnen bestellen.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Ich muss aber
No
schon mal
need to
nachdenken.
rush. Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
Okay. Haben wir was? Okay.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Kennen Sie das viral Untethered Universum? Dafür hätte ich gerne einen Würfel.
Ah, yes. Fortress accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
Danke.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
Hm.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Haben Sie irgendwelche verfluchten Würfel?
What do you mean by cursed?
So verflucht wie mein Leben.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Muss ich jetzt übertragen.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Erzählen Sie mir von Ihren außergewöhnlichsten Würfel.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Nein, ich fürchte, das ist mir nicht wert. Tut mir leid.
Alright, maybe some other die then?
Wäsche aufhängen und ganz dolle abstrullen. Viel Spaß, Hobby. Ah. Ich hätte gern etwas, was bei der Arbeit hilft.
I think I have just the right one for you.
Sie zieht die oberste Schublade ihres Arbeitstisches auf und nimmt etwas heraus. 2 Polyeder, rot und blau, ruhen auf ihrer Handfläche.
You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Du machst dir so viele Gedanken. Ah! Du machst dir so viele Gedanken. Oh, oh. Let's go!
You overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
Scheiße.
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
Hebst den roten Würfel auf.
That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken.
Ja gut, wir könnten... Ei, so was machst du nur? Wir können den vielleicht unten finden wieder. Beim Heizungsofen. Eventuell. Vielleicht. Hoffe ich.
It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. And you definitely need luck in Martinez.
Is she pitying you? Good God, she's pitying you.
Oops. I think your saved game is corrupted.
Upsi.
Now, was there anything else?
Nee, das sollte es sein. Dieser 20-seitige Würfel besteht aus Blutsteinen und ist mit Lapis Lazuli eingelegt. Die Farben erinnern an das Blaulicht, an das vom Polizeiwagen. Sein blaues Gegenstück fehlt jedoch. Sieht irgendwie aus, als ob die Feuerwehr gerade eingetroffen wäre. Scheiße gelaufen. Flutschige Finger. Hinweis. Sie im Tagebuch unter Karte nach, welche weißen Würfelproben entsperrt worden sind. Oh, danke. Ist wir also doch nicht los. Ja, zum Glück. Tagebuch unter Karte? Ja. Nee. Okay. Oh. Einkauf ist weggeräumt und Essen in der HLF. Warte mal. Ich will ihn doch noch. Ich gehe mal runter. Into the dark. Heißluftfritteuse. Ah, stimmt ja, genau. Das ist ja die. Ich bin blöd, es tut mir leid.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Mhm. Ich habe keine Uhrzeit drin. Moment. 54, okay. Das heißt 59 wieder rein. Ah! So, jetzt muss ich ein bisschen näher gucken. Wir gucken mal in den Heizofen rein.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above.
Sag ich dir
A
49
voice
gleich.
or
Okay.
several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, Kim, aber ich glaube, ich höre oben jemanden reden.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Mal mit den Fußregeln
A hollow
drin.
ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Aua! Okay. Ich dachte, ich kann hier... Goddammit. Hast du schon Deponia gespielt? Bisher noch nicht. Aber ich kenn's von Let's Plays und so. Mal. Ja, hallo? Will ich ja noch nachholen, ist ja in der Liste noch drin. Auch ein super witziges, schönes Spiel. Hm? Hast du auch alle Teile von Deponia nicht? Ja, müsste ich haben. Über die Plattform verteilt. So, jetzt sind wir hier wieder. Warte. Ah! Ich muss zurück zum Laden. Weil ich will die Karte haben. Was kaufe ich dir? Müsste ich haben eigentlich. Müsste ich haben. Hier.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
Okay.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
Noch 2 Minuten, gut. Und was noch?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics.
Die lösen sich in Mathematik auf. Okay.
In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you.
Boah, diese tiefe Stimme ist übel. Hört sich krass nach Raucherstimme an. Mehr oder weniger. Zuerst kneifst du die Augen zusammen. Kannst du auf den Inseln Städte sehen?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark.
Mark hier. Wenn es ihn gibt, dann Deponia, Chaos on Deponia, Goodbye Deponia, Deponia Doomsday und Deponia The Journey Complete. Somit sollst du alle spielen können. Ja gut, habe ich ja, glaube ich, auch alle. Ich habe sogar bei GOG, glaube ich, auch die Teile. Brille aufsetzen. Okay. Jump. Schon besser.
850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Sail is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called.
Kannst du mit auch bei Steam spielen, so mit Auswahl da, falls eins mal wieder nicht will. Na schön.
Connections to other worlds, words past the Incelindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
Away.
Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Du besaßt die Karte von Revachon.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction.
Deponia ist halt echt so ein gutes Point-and-Click-Game mit Rätseln und all dem. Doch, das habe ich ja schon mal Grund, glaube ich, gesehen mal. Deponia, ein Fest der Sinne.
To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Und westlich vom Fluss.
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
2025 kommt Surviving Deponia raus. Ja, das habe ich auch schon gehört. Das soll auch so ein Surviving-Game sein, sowas in Richtung. Aber so, hat wohl mit den alten Teilen nicht wirklich was zu tun, vielleicht. Also jedenfalls klingt's nicht danach.
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Ein neuer Teil wäre schon geil.
No,
Muss ich doch spielen.
this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Du bedarfst die Karte von Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Fuck you.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Wir überschätzen meine Ressourcen, aber okay. Warum ist die von Martinez so billig?
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
Was ist dann passiert?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
90 Cent können wir schon machen, ja. Ich möchte die Karte von Martinez kaufen.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable. Though they might... Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Yes, yes. Der Internet auch noch. Postkarte. Ein Gewehr. Der Filamentspeicher. Mhm. Ein unser roter Wirbel. Ja. Eine abgenutzte Karte der Region Martinez aus dem Jahr 48. Der Titel lautet Benui a Revachol. Die ist ein wenig veraltet, da sie ursprünglich von einem Designstudio entworfen wurde, um Martinez etwas aufzupolieren und es einen angesagten Touristenort zu verwandeln.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Okay.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North.
Das ging alles so französisch, irgendwie kann das sein?
Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Alles klar, steckst die Karte ein. Tanktop. Das Körperapparat. Konzeptbildung. Ah. So. Ah. Möglich. Annette. Achtlich. Okay. Möglich. Oh oh. Hallo? Heroisch. Okay. Ach ja, wir wollten eigentlich die... Okay. Okay. Hm. Göttlich. Okay. Göttlich. Okay. Jetzt haben wir schon mal eine Karte. Warte mal.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Ich gebe uns noch die Bohlkugel. Ich habe Ihnen eine neue Bohlkugel besorgt, Kameraden. Zeigt die Kugel vor.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Echt nicht?
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Tut mir sehr leid, etwas Besseres konnte ich nicht finden.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
So, jetzt geht's aber kurz der Wäsche an den Kragen. Bis gleich. Oh. Ich hoffe, sie hat einen Rollkragen, die Wäsche. Können Sie mir etwas über dieses Gewehr erzählen? Du präsentierst die antike Schusswaffe.
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
Im Keller drüben.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
17.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Hey?
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Nett. Sehr nett.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Sagen Sie, wissen etwas über den Toten?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Doch etwas gehört habe.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
Ne.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Hört sich ein bisschen so an, als würden Sie etwas verschweigen.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Nett.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone impotent in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Genau zu dem wollen wir ja. Woher kennen Sie Evrard?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
Okay.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
Nein.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Nein.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Sind ein Gewerkschaftsmitglied?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Everard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In vielerlei Hinsicht?
Oh, yes.
Sie sind also kein richtiges Mitglied?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Everard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Dann weiß er doch irgendwas.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Renee's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Wer kein Outsider sein will eigentlich.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Wesen. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Deswegen sind sie in deren Richtung, in der Sache so verknackt. Was sind das für Gefälligkeiten, die sie für Everard machen?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
Nicht wird das verschrieben. Was schreiben sie denn für ihn?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Everard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Sind ja ein Kaviar-Sozialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
Moment mal, wie können Sie diese Zeitungsstelle dann schreiben, wenn sie nicht politisch sind?
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
Sie sind also ein Wetterfähnchen?
I prefer highly adaptable myself. Has a better ring to hit, don't you think?
Ich weiß nicht.
Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu. Danke, das wäre vorerst alles.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Weiß ja nicht. Sieht lecker aus. Dürfte ich mal abbeißen?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Okay, ich habe sowieso keinen großen Hunger.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
Du bezeugst Gaston, auf seinen Sandwich zu verzichten. Haha. Okay. Moment. Hab ich... Ach, fuck, ich kann mich nicht umziehen. Okay, let's go.
Alright, this is how we're gonna do it.
Ah. Alles klar, wir machen es so. Ich bewundere Ihr Werk, Herr Küchenchef. Aber ein paar Dinge würde ich anders machen.
Like what, officer? This is as good as they come in Revachol, I assure you.
An array of delicious recipes flashes through your mind. Salads, salmon, sandwiches. Bingo. This calls for an engineering angle. Structural rigidity, exposed rafters, lattice works, that type of approach.
Ich würde Ihnen raten, eine große Scheibe Käse quer über den Schinken zu legen. So könnten Sie den durch das Krümel verursachten Masseverlust minimieren.
Mon Dieu, that is an excellent idea. That would virtually negate the component loss.
Ein Connoisseur sind. Ich setze sogar noch einen drauf. Die Lufttasche zwischen Käse und Schinken können vorgeröstete Paprika beherbergen.
Ce serait délicieux. Can you make that sandwich, officer?
Nein, das kann niemand. Blickst du die ferne Schüssel. Das kann niemand. Klar, aber dafür brauche ich zuerst Ihres, sozusagen als Prototyp.
I hope you are not just tricking an old man out of the little he has left.
Die erste Entwicklung wird natürlich Zeit in Anspruch nehmen, aber... Also ich deswegen keine Sorgen.
Okay. Sure. I'm not worried. We're here all the time, every day. Impossible to miss us, officer.
Ja, schön.
He looks worried.
Oh.
Is there anything I can do for you right now?
Ich
Maybe
weiß...
to speed the whole process up a bit? Sure, officer.
Nee. Wir haben ein Sandwich. Das könnte das größte Sandwich sein, das du je gesehen hast. Deine Größe ist beinahe einschüchternd und lässt dich an deiner Aufnahmefähigkeit zweifeln. Massenhaft Zutaten, wahrscheinlich reich in Geruch und Geschmack. Hier war ein wahrer Meister am Werk. Ach, wir haben einen Punkt. Ein Punkt. Bewahren wir den erstmal auf. So. Das hätten wir erstmal. Das Zimmer bezahlen. Ausweis finden. Wer die Fahrerlady ist. Warte mal. Was wollte ich? Ja, zu Fritte. Fritte wollte ich. Hallo, du Pisser.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Okay.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays.
Nee, brauche ich nicht.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritte slogan on the back.
Fritte.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Du sagst nichts, du lässt es einfach auf dich wirken.
The beauty, the truth, the poetry of it all.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Oh, really? Gesundheit geht runter. Wahl geht runter, Konstitution dafür hoch. Oh. Haben Sie irgendwelche Laster, die nur unter den Ladentisch verkauft werden?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Okay. Okay, dann klauen wir das mal. For now. So. Hier ist keiner. Ich suche mal ein bisschen raus. Ah, hier. Hi.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Na schön, sind Sie die Fahrerlady?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Mir wurde von einer weiblichen Fahrerin erzählt. Sie sind die einzige Frau hier.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
Also Sie sind nicht die Fahrerin, vor der alle Angst haben?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Warum machen Sie Leuten Angst, die Sie mal kannten?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
Okay, sie ist sozusagen nicht mehr Dame, denke ich, was sie kannten. Wir haben von Fernstrecken gesprochen, dass
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just...
gesund, als ob sie immer wieder das gleiche Lied hören würde.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals.
Wer ist dann die Fahrerin, von der mir erzählt wurde?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
Das ist alles, was ich wissen muss. Danke.
Oh, Sim.
Frau starte ich an, aber in Gedanken ist sie jetzt woanders. Wer an? Kommen wir hier vorbei? Wild Pines.
Yes?
Erzählen Sie mir noch mal von dem Fall.
What do you want to know?
Jetzt, nachdem wir uns den Tatort angesehen haben, möchte ich mehr über dieses Wettpissen wissen, das Sie erwähnt haben.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
Was für ein dusseliges Verhalten.
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ach, hier geht es also darum, wer in Martinez das Sagen hat.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Verstehe.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills.
Du schließt die Augen.
The rows are endless.
Du suchst nach 41. Revier.
Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
Also sie haben sich freiwillig gemeldet, um ihnen einen Strich durch die Rechnung zu machen.
Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoilsport.
Der Gedanke scheint den Lieutenant zu erfreuen. Aus irgendeinem Grund dachte ich, sie sind ein 104 Fälle gelöst hätten.
Well, technically, the official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicide.
Ah, okay.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
Sie sind also immer noch ein guter Bulle, oder?
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus.
Okay. Was an Martinez so besonders?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Okay. Was das wohl über mich aussagt, dass mein Revier mich geschickt hat. Jetzt zieht eine Augenbraue hoch und sieht es vor, dir den nächsten Schritt zu überlassen. Stil? Weiß ich nicht.
The silence carries.
Okay, genug vom Wettbewerb. Reden wir über was anderes.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Dauerliche Bulle, Sylvie hat Deathwort Witze erwähnt, Roy hat Deathwort erwähnt. 83%, das könnte hinhauen.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
Ein Versager. Na gut. Es gibt mehr Sinn als die anderen Sachen, die ich gedacht hatte.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Und wenn mein Revier mir diesen Fall gegeben hat, weil ich ein Versager bin, quasi als Scherz,
I've considered it.
dann stimmt es also.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Und warum?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Haltet ihr mich wirklich für einen sicheren Kandidaten?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
True.
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Danke, Cam. Ja, dass wir nicht als Scherz hier sind. Hier vielleicht. Hey, 16:22. Warte mal. Halt. Speichern.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Ich habe gehört, dass einer der Fahrer eine Frau ist. Ich glaube nicht, dass sie hier ist. Kennen Sie diese Fahrerlady?
I don't want to talk about that.
Er verlagert sein Gewicht von einem Fuß auf den anderen. Die sind unbehaglich zumute. Er sieht weg. Warum? Wissen Sie etwas darüber? Was denn?
Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Ich habe sie gefragt, wer hinter dem Drogenhandel steckt. Die haben behauptet, wir wissen es nicht und auf einmal wissen sie es doch.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
Was wollte er wen schützen?
He still is, hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery. It's true. We would of course lie, but a kind heart is tricky. Bah, emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Wer ist sie? Wie heißt sie?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
In welcher Beziehung stehen Sie zu ihr?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Die Opfer wurden gehängt. Ich glaube, sie hat irgendwas mit den zu tun. Wie sieht sie aus?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Okay. Eigentlich nice Haarfarben.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Wann ist sie verschwunden?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
Oha.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
True.
I don't believe you.
Die meinten, sie hätte echte Probleme. Inwiefern?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Ooh.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Mir wurde gesagt, dass alle vor ihr Angst hätten. Sie nicht?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Ah, so rum.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Moment, ihre Denkweise?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
Hat sie ihren Lastwagen zurückgelassen, als sie verschwunden ist?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Der war also nichts dagegen, wenn andere sie verpfeifen? Sie wollen doch nur nicht selbst die Hände schmutzig machen?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
Sehen Sie das aus meiner Perspektive. Ich brauche das noch für andere Ermittlungen. Das ist wichtig. Ich darf es nicht vermasseln.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
Okay, lassen wir das Thema erstmal.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Ja. Ich bin so scheiß vor die Welt. Ah, this asshole.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes, I will fuck you. Into the ground. Ich weiß, dass Sie mich an der Nase rumgeführt haben. Ja, spucken Sie es aus. Wo ist die Fahrerlady?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Erstens, die wüssten, dass sie eigentlich dahinter steckt.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Und grinsen Sie dann so höhnisch?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Ja, dann was zu sagen. Die Fahrerlady?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Little bitches.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Ja, wir lassen mal Kims machen.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
Sicher?
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Mhm.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Sehr gut, Kim.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
Ah, ja. Mhm.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Das war gut.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Er versucht sich eine weitere Zigarette anzustecken, aber seine Hände zittern jetzt. Der Satz endet abrupt. Mhm.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Zwielicht. %. Warte. Zwielicht.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Hören Sie, es tut mir leid. Können Sie mir nicht einfach sagen, was Sie wissen?
Make me runt.
Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Aber haben wir irgendwas mit Zwielicht größer machen? Boah. Huch! Oh, wo hat das denn automatisch gespeichert? Ah, hier war das. Okay. Mal kurz nochmal.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind? I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. I didn't, man.
He still is. It's true. Bah. Emotional.
Thank God I don't know. A friend? An acquaintance. A youngish woman.
What color hair?
Blue and violet.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to...
We can't just...
That's how it always is with...
It won't come to that.
I don't believe you. She's got the dark...
She shared...
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors.
Did this violent...
Well... The way it worked. The trouble it was... Fuck, man.
He's right. There are... Wait. This guy's... Push Tommy and it will break his heart. And his spirit. don't expect you to be pals.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Thank you, friend.
So. So. Dann speichern wir hier mal kurz. Zack. Diesen Sackgesicht.
Looking for something, Hunt? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Evashal West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means...
A legendary.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume...
Yeah.
Not just the unit.
The lieutenant adopts a...
You're not pure.
No.
He's surprising.
It's not a hard job.
I'm not.
You've seen that...
Nah.
The lieutenant. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Brauchen wir denn Zwielicht? Aha!
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to...
What? What do you think we're doing right now, Runt? We're outside, talking. There's some kind of homo thing?
Was? Ja, könnte sein.
Okay, that's enough, detective. Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright?
God damn it. Ich will diesen Pisser brechen. Richtig sprechen. So. Autorität, Logik. Was kann uns noch helfen mit Zwielicht? Oh. Warte mal. Nee.
Looking for something, Hunt? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me.
No.
A legendary.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume...
Yeah.
Not just the...
The lieutenant.
You're not.
No.
He's surprised.
It's not a...
I'm not.
You've seen that...
Nah.
The lieutenant. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him. The main thing is to not overdo it.
Oh yeah? And what goods are those? There's some kind of homo thing?
Okay, that's enough. Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Damn it.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. A colorful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Okay. Warte mal. 35. Wenn wir jetzt noch was beenden, dann können wir da vielleicht noch mal ein bisschen ins Zwielicht reinballern. Arschloch. Also muss ich erstmal Geld besorgen.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers...
You keep coming back. That's good.
You find your hands...
Economical, but also...
You find your hands deep...
Economical, but also... The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100...
These are those UV stickers.
These are all first-rate sunglasses.
Nee.
Officer, the flashlight, please.
Oh. Natürlich. Also ich bin froh, dass ich 15:27 den Zug genommen habe. 1 oder 2 Züge später wäre ich nun in Ringshow heimgekommen. Das ist schon mal gut. Das ist schon mal gut auf jeden Fall. Hi.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Ah. Nee.
I'm not purchasing any more clothes. Another time back.
You see rows of toys sold, big men on big...
I used to be very serious.
This set of soldiers...
You're probably I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Das wäre echt doof gewesen. Ja, das stimmt.
Maybe.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber, Harmon Waushi, stared. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and...
Bekommen wir das Zeug verkaufen überhaupt? Mist. Hier wohl eher nicht. Oh.
A rusting control panel with loose... This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Hallo, Diavola. Na, willkommen.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then... nothing happens. A spring brings the lever. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will...
Kann ich ihm was verkaufen?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Ja gut, ich sag mal auch was? Happy Frank. Altes Haus.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Danke, wieder einer mehr, der mich alt nennt. Hey, ich bin auch alt, also von daher. Was war das?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Suggestion, okay. Ja. Hi, Hoppel.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Wie Frank ist weise. Hat einen höheren Level halt. So, mal gucken.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Der Matt. Nur das kann ich verwenden? Er hatte einen Überraschungsbesuch, der mich liebevoll gepflegt hat. Oha. Oha. Ist doch schön. Okay, ich würde sagen, wir gehen nochmal zurück zu dem Pfandhaus und verkaufen. So, ich bin jünger als Frank, aber bin aber trotzdem steinalt. Oh, schön. Halt, halt, halt. Ja. Nein. Da wollte ich nicht hin. Hallo. Nein. Schön, dass es dir besser geht wie Frank. So, da wollen wir jetzt hin.
Hello, hello. Let me know. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Was? Kios das Küken hier? Richtig zu erwähnen, dass der Besuch beim Pflegen einfach eingeschlafen ist. Ah. Sehr schön. Schlaf ist die beste Medizin. Das stimmt.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay. Oh, warte mal.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limb. What? But I told you she's my friend. Please don't make me give her up, Detective. Get someone else. There's a ton of drivers here. Thank you, friend.
So, ich könnte ja mal kurz schon mal meine Rechnung bezahlen.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Yeah.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Ich werfe jetzt mal Kükentier in die Grunde. Wie alt war Gia noch? Gio und Schatzilein? Was? Gio, Schatzilein? Was?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Mal flott Staubsaugen, eh zu spät. Ist halt schon lang kein Küken mehr.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Es hält mich eigentlich davon ab, sie einfach festzunehmen. Was ein Schritt auf Titus zu.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
Wow. Seinen kleinen, fiesen kleinen Augen blitzt Hass auf.
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. While the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Ich hab vorher gespeichert, ne?
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off.
Aua.
Almighty God, even Dick Mullen only has a 45.
Die sind festgenommen. Du greifst aus sein Handgelenk.
The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinez, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike and were gunned down under unclear circumstances.
Scheiße.
Such needless loss of life is truly tragic, a local union leader, Everard Clare, commented, and added that although the event is truly horrid, we can expect similar incidents to follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around uncontrolled and try to wriggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods.
Wow. Ja. Das passiert, wenn die uns erwischen. Ich glaube, wir lassen das mal lieber. Was ist mit hier? Achso, das ist ja nichts. Das ist bezahlt. Gut, wir können die Nacht wieder schlafen hier.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced. The material appears to be delicate and fragile. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly the cadaver slowly.
Warte mal. Ich speichere auch mal hier nochmal. Ich will die Stiefel
The
haben.
man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white. The material delicate. These are clearly
indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just. It's clearly some man.
Ceramic plate. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
A small bell-like sound fills the air.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you know the whirls are in the shape of...
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
Good.
No, your first instinct was correct. This equipment is way beyond what a security guard can afford. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
Piece by piece. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless.
Piece by piece. We should keep a lookout for these species. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
No.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Kuno hat's Maul.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines. His eyes are dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
1982 wurde ich fertiggestellt. Also Baujahr 82. Okay.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. This is a steel-reinforced
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Dann ist Robbie immer noch das Küken wie am Weh.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one. That ladder can't carry.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose.
I see it.
The monster comes back.
So, what do you think? Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune.
The pool of blood.
The victim appears to have...
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do.
Stop talking in riddles.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
True.
Totally dead. No siree.
But there is no breath to catch.
What do you see?
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't fucking...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Scheiße. Ich bin gerade etwas überfragt.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing.
Ich muss hier wieder reinkommen. Nee. God damn it.
An old call box with East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Okay, jetzt haben wir hier wieder.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Okay, das geht nicht. Was finde ich? Am nächsten Tag, also am Mittwoch, glaube ich. Zieh den Opfer die Stiefel aus. Ach ja.
The worn map features.
Hier, den Kakadu.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas al-Amer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay.
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Bang bang. Also gut, was für Probleme können diese Vögel haben?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Könnte damit umgehen. Es wäre schön, jemanden zu haben, mit dem man reden kann, wenn man sich einsam fühlt. Relativ.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Verstehe, das ist ziemlich schlimm. Hast du noch etwas?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Ja, aber ein Kaktus muss doch auch irgendwas richtig Tolles sein.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
Okay.
Not great for the neighbors.
Scheiß auf die Nachbarn.
Performing? Yes, Birdie.
Yes, Birdie. Lies über den Begräbniskakadu.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Lies über den majestätischen Königskakadu.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature.
Ein Wichtigtour.
In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold and beautiful species.
Du liest über den weit verbreiteten Bang Bang Rotschwanzkakadu.
Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name Bang Bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Kommt daheim schon, kommen die Spawnanrufe. Entschuldigung, das hätten sie auf dich gewartet, wa? Extra klingt dieser Vogel ein bisschen wie ich.
Yes, But all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Was, wenn ich einfach bloß ein Verkackadu bin? Ein Kakadu, der alles verkackt. Alles klar. Ich bin eher unscheinbar, oder? Ja, das passt.
You're right. You're the mediocrity embodied. This unsung bird belongs on your heraldry.
Yay. Okay.
Wow. So someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Kim, bin ich langweilig?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
Hör mal, ich versuche bloß meinen Job zu machen. Da braucht es keine extra Vakanz.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Moment, das ist ab sofort mein Bullentyp?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Trillerpfeife mal am Telefon kräftig rein. Upsen. Was? Warum nicht? Sende ich halt das Telefax. Schäme mich nicht. Ist dabei.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Huh. Too dramatic. Wohl mit gewöhnlicher... das mal. Okay, 60. Okay. Jetzt bin ich... Ach, wir gehen zur Buchhändlerin und sagen, dass es einfach... bla ist. Genau, einfach bla.
Hi, Ace Detective.
Sorry.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
Der dunkle Sarkophag. Eine dramatische Pause ein.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
Autsch, die rufen wohl nie wieder... Die rufen dann wohl nie wieder an. Na, weiß ich nicht. Exakt war es eine Rumpelkammer. Es gibt nichts zu sehen, nur jede Gerümpel. Da solle man die Sonne reinlassen.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
Ich habe mit dem Wesen gesprochen, von dem Sie erzählt hatten. Sie heißt Neha und ist eine Würfelmacherin.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Was? Ne, war
I
das?
don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Nee. Ehrlich gesagt habe ich noch keine Antwort für Sie. Ich muss noch ein paar Anhaltspunkten nachgehen für den seltsamen Funkcomputer-Dings.
You're telling me that you went in there and didn't find out anything about the curse? Of course. I should have known better than to put my hopes on a man like you. You're no Simonese ghost whisperer. You're an alcoholic.
Wow.
The investigation's over. I don't want you going in there anymore. You're only angering the psychic weather in here. Now, if you're not going to buy anything...
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Eher nie an unbekannte Nummern ran, aber wenn es mal passiert, melde ich mich auch noch mit Mochi Mochi. Mochi Mochi. Dann legen die meist auch auf, aber eben so eingestellt, dass die Nummer gesperrt wird. Kein Bock auf die Nerverei.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Kann man das wieder... Ich möchte gerne das andere ausprobieren. Achso. Ich hab leider nicht gespeichert. Shit. Egal, lebe ich halt damit. Und außerdem haben wir die andere Seite noch offen. Gut.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
A small mountain of colorful board game.
Warte mal. Oh. Schon der Blick auf diesen unmächtigen Haarschnitt bedroht deine Maskulinität. Was? So.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Schauspielkunst. Beherrschung, Bildung. Also, ich werde es kurz probieren.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Du sagst nichts und genießt das Gefühl. Nice.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to. Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here?
Good technique.
geschafft. Die Stimme ist schon ein bisschen sexy. Welche? Die vom Erzähler oder? Oh, warte.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand. Right. Now let's get to it.
Ja, Erzähler. Und deine sowieso.
Some areas are inaccessible.
Ja. Entschuldigung, ich habe das vergessen. Zu liken. Und besser?
Yes?
Okay. Gehen wir nochmal durch hier. Nothing. Ah.
Tiles on the cube are still like a smooth draw. The filament slides into nothing happens. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments. The filament slides out.
Kommen wir hier hin? Das war das, was wir dazu gemacht haben. Okay. Dahin. Nichts. Nee.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring its dark and...
What are you doing? Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Nee.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box. An electric sizzle. The room is... This orange machine is... You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
Hauptfütterung. Ja, dann lasst es euch schmecken, euch beiden.
This is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to...
Nein, Alice bekommt Hapa Hapa. Ach so.
This orange machine is dead still. It
Geht nicht. Jetzt haben wir den einen Kühlschrank auch ausgemacht. Dann lasst der Alice was
The
schmecken.
bear's eyes are dead. A friendly cartoon bear.
A friendly. Oh. I'm stuck, bro. Oder... Und wir gehen wieder mal kurz Geld holen.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! No. I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker. When a bunch of ungrateful beats me.
There's something odd in the way his shirt is far too small and an unpleasant. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the innate silence is the answer.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Block it.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Lad!
An old monument.
Huh.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? Sorry. Wiretapping or calling in tactical air support? I get it. All right. I may have first. Don't fight him.
Tür ist zu. Ah. Okay, ich brauche was für den Körperapparat, ja.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Okay.
It has happened again. The Titan has your fist locked.
Another fit of...
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
The words to the song have changed.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Also sieht es wohl schlecht aus?
Very, very bad. This is the end bad. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
Ow!
Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, His heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Damn! Ah! Hör mal auf zu knacken. So.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Nice!
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
Ich glaube, huch!
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Oops.
Now's the time for a spin kick. He expects the 1-2, not the 1-360. No, don't be a fucking ballerina. Rip into him. Right hook. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer.
Alter. Moment, was soll ich machen?
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls up into a fist. That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
Okay, dann machen wir den hier. Hiya!
The man lands like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
And his name is John C.
Tut mir so leid, ich wollte nicht, dass das kommt.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Oh, really?
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The man is still knocked out. He breathes slowly and steadily.
Ist er? Das war die Richtung? Ah, die Richtung war das. Okay. Ja, Hallöchen! Tür für Regen kann ohne Zugangskarte nicht aus dieser Seite aus entfernt werden. Und ich hatte keine andere Wahl, als mit dem Geschäftsführer zu sprechen. Damn! Und Flugplan prangt die Überschrift: Jeder Arbeiter gleich Vorstandsmitglied. Weiter unten das Gewässersymbol und der Slogan: Verlangt Demokratie. Eine Schreibmaschine der Marke Davy. Der Modellname steht auf der Rückseite. Nun ist alles wieder blitzeblank. Ja, und dieser rassistische Berg liegt flach. Haben wir ihn platt gemacht. Ein gewöhnlicher Büroaktenschrank. Die Schubladen scheinen abgeschlossen zu sein. Was ist das? Buch. Eine kurze Einführung des Inframaterialismus. Okay. Immer. Was ist das? Jemand hat die Kaffeemaschine angelassen. Dunkle Flüssigkeit in der Kanne wird beinahe lebendig. Lifetime.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Ja, hoch.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Hab's gehört. John Cena is in the house.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Aha. Was haben wir denn da?
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Was Interessantes da drin?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Baby, Putzi Fuchsi.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Wenn ich mein Auge vollkommen entspanne, beginnt alles miteinander zu verschmelzen.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yeah.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Willenskraft. Haben wir irgendwas, was mit... Nee, warte mal. Ich muss dagegen was machen. Das geht gar nicht. Das geht gar nicht, du. Dass das überhaupt nicht geht, das geht gar nicht. Da bin ich sehr entschieden dagegen. Bildung. Ja, schon. Und Willenskraft. Oh ja, ein Punkt. Nice. Willenskraft. Oh. Oh. Ach, haben wir schon. Okay. Okay.
On second glance,
it's unfortunate.
The drawer of hundreds of and the same material. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Siehst dir den Zettel an.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Okay.
All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
Du drehst dich zum Lieutenant. Sehen Sie mal, Kim, eine Aufgabenzettel mit einer Reihe von Erledigungen für Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union.
Oh.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Ah, schade.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoe. All items on the list. The drawer slides shut.
Ja, mehr müssen wir nicht wissen. Was haben wir noch hier? Das war das. Oh, was haben wir hier? Eine Postkarte. Okay. Was ist hier? Immer diese Lügen. Ich rieche nach Eiskick. So heißt man Duschgel. Oh, Magnesium. Nice. Oh. Korrekte Sonnenbrille. Korrekte Bürosonnenbrille. Nimm mal. Blub, 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 blub. Was haben wir denn hier? Also Rundfunkgerät, Ding, seltsame Summgeräusche.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Wie du deine eigene Lüge ankündigst. So, speichern wir mal. Weil ich weiß nicht.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Mechanik. Du lässt dein motorisches Gedächtnis eine zufällige Nummer wählen. Let's go!
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Okay.
Undoubtedly, no. Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Damn! Ja. Okay. Das ist, glaube ich, nichts Wichtiges. Jetzt gehen wir. Oh. Jetzt sind wir mal auf der anderen Seite. Cool. Ah! Sammelt Regenwasser. Ah, hier nochmal. Oh, was ist das?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, ich glaube, der gehört mir.
Yes, it does bear the Elysium insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez. The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Finally, unseren eigenen Mantel haben wir wieder. Ein Polizeimantel aus schwerem Ölzeug. Er wäre nahezu wind- und wasserbeständig, wenn er nicht 3 Einschusslöcher wären. Das charakteristische weiße Dreieck der BMR bedeckt die Rückseite dieses Kleidungsstücks. Ja, schon besser. Ich glaube, der Hut passt da nicht so wirklich. Okay. Okay. Würde ich sagen, wir machen hier an der Stelle Feierabend. Warte mal. Speichern. Wir machen an der Stelle Feierabend und Kim, du stehst ein bisschen über. Aber okay. Wir machen an der Stelle jetzt Feierabend und machen an nächstes Mal an hier weiter. Und mal gucken, ob wir diesen Boss von dem Riesen treffen können und überzeugen können, dass er uns da hilft. Oder auch nicht. Man weiß nicht. Jedenfalls, ich wünsche euch, danke mich auf jeden Fall auf YouTube, danke fürs Zuschauen. Lasst gerne ein Like da, gerne auch ein Abo. Kommt gerne auch auf Twitch vorbei. Ich bin Montag und Freitag 17 Uhr immer da. Falls was anderes sein sollte, findet ihr eine Ankündigung unter meinen Social Links. Die ganzen Links findet ihr entweder unten in der Videobeschreibung oder in der Kanalbeschreibung. Könnt ihr gerne auch ein Follow da lassen. Und ja, vorbeikommen. Genau. Also dann. Macht es gut und bis dann. Tschüss. Wo war das?